1 minute. Caught me off guard here. Jeez. How we doing? The Candle Enthusiast is now live on YouTube. I have my notification settings set. Do you? A couple minutes late, folks. I'm sorry about that. It's supposed to change color. Here comes the sun. And not literally just the sun. You see it? It's changing color. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Phantom of the Opera. Alright folks, how we doing? Nice to see you. Smell it Sunday. Smell it Sunday. Lots to talk about today. Lots to talk about. I have everything laid out all around me. I'm going to try to stay as organized and on topic as possible. So I won't be talking about my mug anymore. Before we begin, I just do want to say, I have to say, I've been watching the news this morning and this afternoon. It's something I usually don't get to do that often because, as you know, for the past 2 weeks, I really have been rather sick in bed, or I've been on the road, or on the road and sick. And so I've been really completely detached from a lot of the current events. And some of the things I saw this morning absolutely break my heart, as I'm sure it does you as well. And I just want to send my prayers, my heart, my thoughts, all my positivity out to anyone who is suffering today. I hope you're just in a safe place and you're with loved ones. And I really hope that in a very small way, in some possible fashion, in some way, that this channel, that this video, that whatever I can give you a moment with just a little bit of happiness. That's all I hope that I can do. I hope I could do more, but it's really that's all I have. So, like I said, my thoughts are with you. But if you read the title of the video, which should say, let's pull it on up here. Thumbnail's not the greatest today. What do we say? So which city Wicks exclusive? What does that mean? You haven't joined 5-10 minutes late, Candle End. It's just make sure that when you have that little bell where you're subscribed to my channel, there's a little bell. Make sure you click that bell. That'll notify you when I go live or when I post a video. It could be a good thing and a bad thing. A lot of people don't want to be notified. It can be annoying to a lot of folks. But if you want to be notified, all you have to do is click that link and it'll bring you right to the page. And that's the quickest way to get for me. But I usually try to start the video with a minute or two of just little chit-chat so that we're not, nobody's missing anything too incredibly important. Alright, so let's take a look at this setup. The camera. I have OCD, guys. You have to already know this about me. Alright, so the title says, Which City Wicks Exclusive? That's not clickbait. We got really big news regarding Which City Wicks today that I am incredibly excited about, because you guys know how I feel about Which City Wicks. And when I started this channel, The Candle Enthusiast, of course I wanted to spread my love, my passion, my undying celebration of Yankee Candle and everything aroma. But my main mission was to really uncover and look at the candle industry, the candle world from a different perspective. And I knew that the place to start was and the place to really focus on is these small candle companies, these small craft candle companies that are not making novelty candles, but folks that are really trying to push the envelope with this art form. And you call it serendipity, call it what you will, but I found Witch City Wicks last year at the very, very beginning of this process. It's if you don't already know, like I said, I talk about all the time. They are, when I say they, I really mean Liz. I don't know if she wants me to share her last name, but she's a rock star in my opinion. She creates the concepts, she concocts the ingredients, she makes the candles, she pours them. She has a few helpers here and there, yes, very loyal helpers, but really you're getting a product from beginning to end. It's coming from the mind, the heart, the soul, if you will, the creativity of one person. And I reviewed a candle last year called Sleepy Hollow. And ever since I experienced this candle, I knew I was doing the right thing with this channel. It was in the moment on screen when you first see me smell this candle. When you saw me smell this candle in my Salem video, that really was the first time I was smelling this candle. In fact, I was fully prepared to like try to let that candle down easily if I didn't like it. But it blew me away. And the rest is history. We will be talking about that in a little bit, but there's other things to address before we dive into any one specific topic. I have my notes today. Cruisebat says you've been communicating with Witch City Wicks via emails. Yet, well, Liz has been telling me this, and she's very excited. She's happy to hear from you folks, and it makes me really excited because keep in mind, like I'm not gaining any financial. There's no financial gain for me for promoting Witch City Wicks. For me, the thrill I'm getting is exposing art that doing what I can to really spread the word. And it seems like the success rate of my suggestion of Witch City Wicks to friends and you guys have been like 100% at this point. I don't think anyone's ever really had anything negative to say about Witch City Wicks. Do I look tired? I'm sick, Jorge. I am sick. And you know what? It's probably this underlighting. Look at this. Let's fix the lighting. It's a little sunny and it's a little dark in here. I'm glad I caught that comment. Does that look a little better? I look a little bit healthier now, right? I got the bags under my eyes. I always have those. Da, da, da. I'm good. When I was at Yankee Candle for the Halloween party, my throat got really, really sore, but that's usually the case because when you vlog day after day, with high volume, at least when I do, it's like day after Six Flags, like you're screaming on the roller coasters. Your voice gets really hoarse. But I was actually getting sick and I didn't realize that, so I kept pushing myself. I just kept popping like Advil, thinking like, oh, well, this sore throat is gonna go away. No. So I really should have taken a day off, but instead I stayed on the road for 2 weeks. But I'm doing a whole lot better now. And as you can see, I'm alive. Lizzie Borden house. Once in a lifetime experience. I mean, there's more I'm gonna say about it, but if I had to sum it up, once in a lifetime experience, and it all happened so fast, snowballed so fast, I didn't see it coming. Wow. It's, let me tell you, I have a lot of work to do. My work's certainly cut out for me because I have tons of editing, but what an experience. And I think we got some good content for everybody. May not be for everybody though. The subject matter is a little grisly, but we'll talk about that. Carol says there's some bad respiratory viruses going around. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Some of my family is sick. People on the road I was meeting, I was sick. What else are we talking about today? Witch City Wicks, Borden house. We'll be talking about the Borden house. And then, of course, a lot of you folks are probably here for the giveaway winner. And I, once again, want to apologize for this whole situation. because I probably in total gave you about 8 dates when that candle I was going to announce the winner. Truth of the matter is, I put like September 8th. I said this the other night, September 8th, Wednesday, which is not even close to being a real date this year. So it just confused everybody. So I just figured, you know what, let's just give more people more time to submit and participate in the giveaway, and then I'll just announce it on Sunday. So I last night I reread and finished all of the comments, and I narrowed down my favorite ones that really jumped out to me. You know, some of these are incredibly thorough and thought out. Some of them are just very short and simplistic, but struck me in a very significant way. So a great selection. I said I was going to do this in a lottery system, but I really do feel in this scenario, at least in my heart, that there is a winner. So I've actually picked a winner, but I will mention some of the other folks that I thought everybody did an amazing job. Everybody did an amazing job, because it's not a hard thing, or it's not an easy thing to do to begin with. And the fact that a lot of you folks did all of this, and I was even going to do one for you guys, and I never even got to it. All right. So, what did I want to start with? Okay, so let's talk about Witch City Wicks, the announcement. I do have, it's what I'm editing right now. I'm working on an interview that I filmed with Liz. You probably know this, Liz from Witch City Wicks. We sat down and we not only talked about Witch City Wicks and her products and her kind of methods of how she produces candles, not her tricks of the trade, but really more the philosophy behind her candles. But also we talked about just the candle industry in general, which that I really found interesting. There's certain topics that we brought up. The word throw, you never really hear me use that word. And it's not that I hate that word, but I have issues with that word. And we talked about it, and I was so happy and so thrilled to see that she, in some form and fashion, shared a lot of the same opinions that I had about that word and other candle industry stigmas. And we talked about the future of the candle industry, where it could go, will it go anywhere, will it retreat, who's leading the way, what has to happen to make things change, or do we want things to change? Is it better that it doesn't change? It's a very interesting topic. But if you have noticed, in the past couple months, I've been saying Witch City Wicks, Witch City Wicks, Spooky Villages. Leslie Pethybridge did some fine reviews of a whole bunch of Witch City Witch candles recently. I did several last year. I have a whole bunch coming up this autumn season. In fact, I've been sitting on a bunch all year waiting to do them, because I didn't want to do them over the summer. I certainly didn't want to do them over the spring. One of my favorites being this one right here. I sent this one to Lizzie. I hope it got there safe. Not Lizzie. I think I got Lizzie Borden on the brain. I sent this one to Leslie. Sorry. One of my favorites, Holy Ground. You'll be hearing me talk about that one all the time. All Hallows Eve, which is a part of the Halloween collection. Super massive. When I'm talking about super massive, I mean high intensity. I know I use the word massive all the time, but see this? I don't need to put my nose any closer to this. That's how strong this is. Monica Carlson, how you doing, Monica? I don't know if Monica ever smelled this candle, but I'll tell you what. If she did smell a candle, let's do a set change. Woo! Witch City Wicks time. If Monica were to smell, Monica's my sister-in-law. She always sneaks into these lives. She sneaks in here. We're always happy to have her. This would be her favorite, and this is, to me, the pinnacle of Witch City Wicks, simply named Salem. And the only reason why I have not reviewed this candle is because, a part of me says, you know, when I do my reviews, I say, I smell this, I smell this, I smell this. I grit it out, I break it down, I dissect the whole thing. And I really don't want to do that to this candle because there's magic happening here. There is, this took me a long time to wrap my head around. And I still don't know what a lot of the ingredients, a lot of the things that are happening in here. She's surely using things that I am not familiar with, certain fragrances. And this is, it's got the slogan as, what is it, the slogan? October Forever. And that's essentially how I would describe it. I mean, anytime you want to escape to October, especially if you have that romantic notion of walking around that autumn, fall time, Salem, New England setting, that will transport you there. So the big news is Liz and I worked out an exclusive promo code for the Candle Enthusiast channel. All of her candles were previously sold out. She sold out of everything super fast this year. Took her by surprise. Then she went on a very well-deserved break, a hiatus. But she has informed me, she's informed I think everybody on her social media that most of her items are back in stock and she's ready to go. The question is, how long are those items going to be available? By the way, this is not a sponsored video, I swear to you. Not a sponsored video. But I talked to Liz, I'm like, is there any way for my viewers, my subscribers, the loyal people who watch me all of the time, can we get a promo code so they can buy a bunch of candles, or maybe if you want to test out a bunch of the travel tins, just to see, you know, get a basic idea, because we all can't just take a trip to Salem and go to the shop and smell all of them. No, but you know, you can buy the travel tins to see which ones really speak to you the most. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type in the promo code, and then I'm also going to put this in the description box below. This is so cool, guys. This is my first ever promo code with a candle company. To you guys, you're like, probably so what? But for me, this is like, wow. You know, things are starting to get real here. Promo code. And my hands are shaking. And there it is. So the promo code is going to be enthused. So when you go on to witchcitywicks.com, fill up your shopping cart with whatever you want. You know, keep your eye on the ones that are hot sellers. Like Sleepy Hollow, obviously, is the hot seller. It's going to sell out super, super quick. Salem is another really popular one. The Edgar Allan Poe is out of this world amazing, in my opinion, and so is the very new H.P. Lovecraft limited edition candles. God only knows how long these will last. This one was previously released, sold out quick. This is its second run, but this is the Lovecraft is its first run, and I tried to get it out of her, but she's not sure if she's going to continue to release it if they keep selling out, because she likes the idea of having one run and then jumping on to the next project. So there it is, folks. Promo code. Don't go right now. It's going to be valid now, at least sometime sometime this afternoon here on the East Coast of the U.S. But it'll be valid from today until September 10th, 2017. September 10th. Today's September 10th. You need sleep, Shane. It's valid from today, September 10th, to September 24th. So you have a good chunk of time, a good 2 weeks to jump on this deal. It's 15% off, if I didn't mention that. 15% off, which for these already very fair priced products, I think is a huge deal. A huge deal. So a big thank you to Witch City Wicks, a big thank you to Liz in general, and thank you to you guys, really, because if it wasn't for you guys reaching out to her and letting her know that you kind of found her through me, maybe we wouldn't have this. Is Eric Peter Carlson here? Oh man, look at this guy. Some of the best labels for candles ever. Yes, Liz has got. I mean, look at this. This is her. Oh God, Eric's probably making fun of my lighting right now. This is her photography. You know, she's a photographer. She is a digital designer. She designs all of her labels, her artwork, and if you go on the website, it's loaded with all of her artwork. I'm trying to convince her to make a coffee table book, and that really does add to the overall experience. Handcrafted soy candles, and for you folks who share your love of Witch City Wicks on Instagram and hashtag Witch City Wicks and myself, do whatever you want. Take a picture of something cool for Halloween. Take a picture of your already owned Witch City Wicks candle. Do something to spread the love of Witch City Wicks and the Candle Enthusiast. Hashtag me and, or hashtag the Candle Enthusiast and Witch City Wicks. I have these postcards that I had Liz assign and personalize. So I'll just send these out to a bunch of folks that have some really interesting posted Instagram photographs. I would love to see what you guys can do with the idea of Halloween, a camera, light, and the absence thereof, and see if you can put me in the Halloween spirit. If you put me in the Halloween spirit with your photograph, I would love to send you one of these on me, even though it probably costs, what, $1 to send these to you, but really cool, really cool. I would have that framed. I would. But I'm like that. I'm like that. Where's my coffee? Alright, set change. Look at this. Who needs stagehands? Who needs stagehands? I don't. Coffee. If Eric Peter Carlson is still here, if anyone is a Starbucks enthusiast, don't hate on Starbucks. Don't do it. I'm a self-proclaimed coffee aficionado or enthusiast, but I do love Starbucks. There is certainly a bunch of nostalgia to it, and if anyone is unaware, the 2017 anniversary blend has been released. Look at that packaging, that metallic mermaid. Oh wow, always do a wonderful job with that. And even though Pike Place is Yankee Candle or Starbucks, like, you know, it's their house blend, their anniversary blend is usually their signature flavor profile. So yeah, you get a lot of those herbal flavors, cocoa, chocolate flavors, but it's a dark, massive roast. Super bold, super thick, full, heavy body, rich, velvety mouthfeel. You name it, you got it. That's what it's all about. Monica likes it. Alright. I should start another channel called The Coffee Enthusiast. Well, you know, it's kind of an ongoing joke. How do we like this framing? I don't like when I'm framed in the center. It's been this ongoing joke where people said I should just change the name of the channel to Enthusiast. And, yeah, I mean, I hear you. I'd love to produce coffee videos. I would love to do wine videos. I would love to do videos that, I mean, have you seen Lizzie Borden, right? I mean, yeah, I tied in a lot of aromatic elements to that show, as you will see when it's finished, but, you know, to me, I feel like there's a lot of other avenues that we could take with this show, so. Enthused didn't work, Cruisebat said. Did you leave the live chat to go? I can't use my phone. My phone's right here. Ah, look at this. Thank you so much. Eric Peter Carlson, if you guys don't know, is my brother, my best friend. I call him my confidant. It's just kind of, we've always, whether we've lived in the same town, whether we've lived miles and miles apart, we've always managed to work together on just about everything we do. Thank you so much for that. Look at that, super chat. Super chat. I don't even know how you do. Oh, I see how you do that. That's awesome. And if you don't know, if you're a Disney fan, I don't know if you can see it right there. We got a little Mickey Mouse, little Mickey Mouse. That's my little token, my heart. Being with Florida today, I wanted to put Mickey because Mickey's with you guys down in Florida, and if you don't know, my brother is a Disney vlogger. He's a legit filmmaker. Eric Peter Carlson is the name of his channel, and if you're not watching his stuff and you really like Disney, you really are missing out. So I'm very curious about this promo code not working. So CruiseBet. So that is the name, or that is the promo code. So if when this live is not done, she may activate it mid-afternoon, because I told her to activate it the day of the live. So hopefully that means it's going to be activated around 3 p.m. I will get to the bottom of this. You know I will. Jeez, talk about things going wrong. I will get to the bottom of this. It will work. I'm not a lunatic in making all this stuff up. But just for right now, get everything in your shopping cart. Because, like I said, I don't even know. I haven't checked. She's been in stock since September 8th. But I don't know if anything has sold out yet. But if you've been looking to get the Sleepy Hollow candle, and if she has it, I don't even know if she has it in stock. Get that one first, because that one always sells out quick. Cookie Hill, very talented family, which includes you, Monica. Of course it includes Monica. Always nice to hear from Cookie. All right, giveaway time. So if you don't know, for the Yankee Candle Halloween preview party, which they don't even call it that anymore. They're making a lot of changes with Yankee Candle these days. This year it was actually called the Boney Bunch Scariversary, which made sense. But it was also called Fan Appreciation Day. This would have been the last week. Was it last weekend? Yeah, last weekend when all, well, not last weekend, but when all the Halloween stuff came out for Yankee Candle. I was at South Deerfield. And to document the moment, I filmed and had them make me a sweet Seduction candle, which is one that, you know, I've been anticipating for the longest time. Been looking for this one since May. Finally got it the day of its release, or the evening before. But on the back is the interesting part. Check that out. Can you get a good look at that? If you follow me on Instagram, you will see a much higher resolution depiction of what this label is. But it's, for the most part, me looking very spooked. I'm spooked out, holding a very appropriately orange candle. Ghost behind me, I'm lost in the forest. It is the old Yankee Candle label with the Candle Enthusiast titled at the bottom. And I had everyone try to come up with a Halloween candle concept. And I had some wonderful submissions. I'm going to butcher some names right here, but I want to give huge shout outs to folks like Industrial Wasteland, especially in the fact that he didn't even have to, he or she, I don't know, didn't even really have to write that much, but with the power of what they suggested really provoked an amazing concept for me. Oh no, I don't have the name of this person, but their suggestion was a majestic mansion. And that was a really interesting idea. I really dig that one a lot. Painted a really nice portrait of that. And then Christina Zumstein. Christina, she had one, Graveyard Dirt. I have a feeling Christina and I would really have a very similar personal taste in candles. Her candle was actually very similar to Liz's idea. Different, would smell different, but would be in the same kind of genre as this holy ground, cemetery, earthy, dirty, wet, saturated, mossy, minerality, face in the ground kind of cemetery smell. And although that might sound like, wow, that's morbid and why would I want to smell dirt? You smell this and you legitimately tell me this is not one of the prettiest things. Oh. If you smell this and tell me it's not one of the prettiest things that you've experienced, I'll believe you, but I just think it would be hard for you to say that. Eric is burning Witch's Cauldron from Kringle right now. That is awesome. I just hope Eric is fully aware of the value of that candle. That is a highly sought after candle. But I think, you know what, I think he already had lit it. So enjoy that candle. I'm not suggesting ever that you should sell it. We bought it at the same day. Wow, Dirk Candle, says Lisa. Lisa, yes, but tell me, trust me when I say these are bold choices and done purposely. And I like when you walk into a nursery, right, in the springtime, and you're buying your flowers or trees, and you smell that soil, that freshly overturned potting soil, that fertility in the air. There's nothing disgusting about that. There's nothing nasty about that. I'm not talking about topsoil either. I'm talking about fresh, fertile soil, rocky soil, tons of minerality. When we smell an excellent, wonderful glass of Grand Cru, or Premier Cru, let's say, Bordeaux Cabernet Merlot blend, right? And when we say, ooh, it smells like the soil of the vineyards, right? That's not gross, right? Because it actually is a really pretty smell. But we got it in our mind that things that are earthy and woody and of the ground and earth smell stinky. And that's not always the case. And Monica's burning Witch's Cauldron, which that is a bold candle to say the least, and she's liking it. I always say Witch's Cauldron is as if you had a campfire outside, and you get a little bit of precipitation from the sky, right? A little bit of mist, and that mist starts to put out the fire. You get those little billowing clouds of white smoke, that smell of wet firewood, and then you take a 2-liter bottle of Dr. Pepper and 1 bottle of Amaretto, and you douse out the fire like this, and then you go like that. That's what Witch's Cauldron to me smells like. But so the winner. Oh wait, I have some people I didn't mention here. Julia Millars, huge shout out. Fantastic. Didn't take a typical Halloween approach with her concept. She took more of, let's say, a Harry Potter approach. And I like that, you know. I like that a lot because, you know, I think Halloween, we get wrapped up in the skeletons. The skeletons and the witches and all the spooky stuff. But every now and then, we need a little bit of fantasy in our lives. You know, we need a little bit of that good old-fashioned Harry Potter, Witches of Eastwick, spells and black cats and all that wonderful stuff. I really liked her concept. Elizabeth Jean Walker had a very heartfelt submission, and she talked about everything. She talked about the inspiration, how the movie, that you talked about how certain things in the movie would dictate the aromas in that candle, and even down to like ideas like how the label could be printed based on the film. And I apologize one more time, and I'm gonna have to give this shout out because I think I know who this person is, but I don't want to be wrong. But there was one called Sam Hain. Oh man, and I loved it. Sam Hain. And of course really, really in-depth fragrance notes. And not just kind of like randomly thrown out there. These are like this candle could actually really work and be a hot seller based on the balance of and the balance, the contrasts, the complements, and the bridging of aromas of these notes that she suggested. Very, very cool. But I do want to announce the winner. How many people do we have? We have 43 people. 43 people. I do want to announce the winner, and I am so thrilled and so very happy to announce the winner. I just could not. I was going to do a lottery system, but I just said to myself, you know what? No. The passion that went into this, and if you don't believe me, look it up in the comments. The passion, the creativity, the thought that went into this concept, and considering that this person's been with me for a long time, that has nothing to do with it. That's not why I chose this person. But to see like how her passion for aroma has grown, and how like she like teaches me stuff now. And she would always say like, oh, thank you for being educational. I'm like, I'm just sharing my passion. She's teaching me things now. And not only that, but she's the very sweet, dear person, amazing family. Through the short time I've been on here on YouTube, they've all had a chance to reach out to me. But the reason why she won is because of her creativity. I'm honored and very happy to give away this sweet Seduction candle with that, let's call it limited edition, because I got one. There's one right here, and there's one currently right now up on the Candle Enthusiast eBay page. But the winner is Rebecca Johnson from Seattle, Washington. And wonderful job. Look at this. It's not that she, it's not the fact that she wrote this much, but everything from the concept, the smell, how it would burn, how it would look, how the colors would play with each other, how the candle would function. The candle would function and serve the concept of the candle, all wrapped up in one package. She never went astray. She never got off topic. She really thought this one through, and there's no question. Huge love, huge shout out to Rebecca Johnson. I'm sending you this candle, and like I said, it's my pleasure. It's wonderful. Look at that. Oh my word, you guys, we are screaming. You see, I do want to give another shout out while we're here, because not only did Rebecca come up with the concept, but we have Beckham, Chanel, and Max concepts as well, which were awesome. And Chanel's came with an illustration. It came with a personalized illustration. Just check out these names. The Haunted House. Yes. Who does not want a candle called The Haunted House? And this one. This tells you how that this is a testament to Rebecca's children. Halloween history. She loves history, Chanel, and she wants a candle called Halloween History. Well, that doesn't pull at my heartstrings. Oh my God, that is adorable and a wonderful idea. I would buy those candles. And then Mac came out with Skull Bones and Cinnamon. Skull Bones and Cinnamon. How fun would it be to design that label? Skull Bones and Cinnamon. So to the Johnson family, to Rebecca, thank you so much for your undying support. I really appreciate everything, all the joy that you've given me through this year and continue to give me. I thank you. And for those who did not win, please don't feel sorry, because I'm going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing giveaways. Because what ends up happening is I enjoy giving things away, and I'm finding I think clever ways to tie in episodes with giveaways. So this way the giveaways kind of work with the episodes, like maybe in the future I would have done a review of Sweet Seduction and then announced the giveaway at the end of the video. So we'll start doing that. And we'll start, what I do want to do is start sending more like smaller items, tokens, merchandise, things so we can. I mean, I'm willing to send anything international. All my giveaways are international, but I want to make sure that we're not breaking the bank too, and I want to make sure that we're sending and really supporting the international crowd, because remember, they're about 45% of the audience of the Candle Enthusiast, and we love you. All right. So the title does say Which City Wicks, Yankee Candle giveaway, and then Borden House. So do you guys want to know how the Borden House went? If you don't know, in fact, Monica, I don't even know if Monica's still here. I didn't even talk to Monica about it. About a month ago, I started reaching out to you guys on the live, saying I wanted to stay in a so-called haunted house. Not like I'm doubting the existence of ghosts or anything, but I want to stay in a house that's spooky and maybe had a history of being haunted to creep myself out. Couldn't do it. Liability, money, insurance, all of these things, time issues, constraints, had nothing to do with my lack of bravery. Maybe had a little to do with that, but plus some of the places I saw looked really disgusting and dirty, and you know, it's like, I don't know if I want to, you know, this is not my kind of programming. And then at the same time, I also wanted to spend the night, or not spend the night, but to visit a really like Halloween spooky location. And a lot of you guys reached out and said, why don't you go to the Lizzie Borden house? And at first I'm like, well, that's cool, but what is it? I mean, is it like a museum? And if it's a museum, they're not gonna let me film inside. And I wasn't really down with the idea, but then I looked into it. Bed and breakfast. Hello? Boo is ours. Give me 1 second, folks. Come on. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate it. Boo, come on, come on.
I think he keeps coming over to see Sammy, and Sammy is not alive anymore.
Oh, okay. Come on, Boo, come on. Come on. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Live YouTube chat experiences. Things you can't predict. Things you don't foresee. This right here is a dog. Let me show you. It's not a puppet. It's a dog. This is her internet debut. Her name is Boo, B-O-O. I named her Lucy when I was in college. She's a family dog. I named her Boo, or excuse me, I named her Lucy after the Peanuts character and Lucille Ball. Of course, she got the nickname Boo, and she's had it ever since. Now, she has another nickname, Runaway. She runs away. And one of our neighbors lovingly just returned Boo home. So Boo, I can't say I'm happy with you right now, even though it's not my responsibility. I'm a visitor in your home. I should not be having to babysit you. Everyone say hello to Boo. She is a Shetland sheepdog. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Okay. There you go. Well, that's one for the books. I'd love to see Eric and Monica's face right now. She's older, but she is spry. I mean, she's probably like 11 years old, but man, that dog can jump like 10 feet in the air. She never stopped being a puppy. Eric says, I'm staying quiet. Eric and Monica is laughing. Yes, yes. Gotta love it. Live YouTube. So, Borden house. So I visited the Lizzie Borden house. So let's bring this all back in. Let's get this back on track. There's no editing involved in these videos. And so I found out that it was a bed and breakfast. And I'm like, that's cool. You know, what if I got a room at the bed and breakfast, spend the night, reviewed a bunch of candles. I thought, you know, maybe it was worth it. But, you know, I still was unsure. And then I had a couple ideas. I talked to the proprietors of the bed and breakfast and museum. Very, very, very amazing, kind people. Places like, you know, maybe I shouldn't assume, but I would always imagine places like, you know, museums, bed and breakfast, places like this, people are really going to be strict when it comes with like photography and don't touch that, don't do that. They couldn't have been sweeter, they couldn't have been nicer, and we somehow managed to work out where I would spend the entire night by myself, house on Haunted Hill style, inside of the Lizzie Borden house. That's right. At 10 p.m., actually it was 8 p.m., the doors were locked. I had the key, but the doors were locked. And as far as I know, I was the only one in there for the entire night. I filmed non-stop. We did a live. I documented. I reviewed candles. I just kept going. You guys are gonna laugh so hard because I turned into a lunatic because I was so incredibly tired and famished, and I was losing my mind because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm scared, but I can't stop working. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I worked up until the very moment I finally decided to take a seat. I took a seat on a bed where no one was murdered, and I looked out the window, and there was the sun, and Santa was with me, and I just sat there with a cup of coffee, watched that sun come up, and it felt somehow cinematic. And putting aside all of the content that I will produce, that I will film that I will edit and post, beside all of that, it was an experience I will never forget. A very personal experience. In a crazy way, yes, it's at times very eerie, very scary. But it was enlightening because it was not about morbid curiosity. It wasn't about, oh, how could you stay in a... People are bidding on these candles. Good for you guys. Thank you so much. I see people are bidding on these candles. But, you know, there really is... There's an importance to the Lizzie Borden story, and it's very important to the town of Fall River to begin with. And the people take it very seriously. And to be there and to... You know, I remember, like, watching Discovery Channel shows and A&E biography, all that stuff, and, like, hearing the stories, and in your head you can kind of imagine how things went down. But to be able to walk through the house, step by step, and, like, see it with your own eyes, and imagine all of the things, and then realize how much mystery truly is involved with that case. I'll be honest with you right now. I'm going to go on a limb. I don't think Lizzie Borden committed the murders. I don't. In fact, I don't even know if it was a hatchet. I do think it was a hatchet, but I do not think that Lizzie Borden, and if she did commit the murders, she wasn't the only one responsible. So there you go. That's what I learned. I didn't go for a morbid experience. I went there to put myself through an experience, and I recommend if anyone has the bravery, the courage to do something like that once or twice in their life, that they give it a shot without rejecting it right off the bat. Now, with that said, I had a wonderful time. There's going to be lots of content. I have an in-betweens video, which is like all the outtakes and all of this stuff I was doing, like in between me filming, like me documenting the house, of me like losing my mind, and me just talking to like a camera. And I reviewed some of the footage. It's hilarious because there's no question that I am like hopped up on coffee and I'm just out of my mind. But also, I'm gonna, like, again, put together a nice, long, in-depth video of the entire house, so you have like a virtual tour of the house, and it's gonna be family friendly. Again, the material is a little bit, it's gruesome, and it's not just that it's, you know, children maybe shouldn't see it. You know, so it might disturb a lot of adults. It disturbed me. So I fully understand if you do want to skip that video, because it's very much unlike all of my other content. My other content is usually, I like to categorize it as heartwarming, but I have all of these postcards to give away. So we'll be doing giveaways, but to get these things, check out the Patreon account. A lot of these are going to our Patreon members. You can see the link, it's in the description of all my videos for their Patreon account. That's how you can get this stuff. I got one really special one right here. That's the house in the daylight. Can you see that? I really wanted to keep this one for myself, but I think I'm going to package this card, personalize this card with a very special artifact, a relic, a piece from the Lizzie Borden house. Right here. And if you got any kids watching, maybe they want to shield their eyes. This is a Halloween prop, but it's a little bit gruesome. So this is something the fine folks at the Lizzie Borden house, they have an artist that produces these for them. But this is a very accurate, I'll hide the handle because the handle's kind of bloody, but it's a very accurate replica of the actual tool that committed the murders. This is deep stuff here. Industrial Wasteland, thank you so much for the super chat and for your support on eBay too. Don't think that I didn't. I don't notice that. Yeah, Rebecca, I know that she would respond that way. She got scared the night of the live. Again, you know, I want all my content to be family friendly, but I don't want to not be able to do a little bit deeper, darker stuff like this, because this, like I said, the Lizzie Borden murders is a part of the American history, and it was very insightful for me to have that experience. So I don't want to not be able to do that stuff because it's a little bit taboo. But I will put an advisory, a nice big advisory at the beginning of the video saying, you know what, if you get squeamish, you might want to go away. But look at that. That's not like real metal. That's like a polyurethane, really thick rubber. But nice Halloween prop. But I mean, that's a display item right there. I mean, that is a replica of the actual tool that committed the deeds on the day or the morning of August 4th, 1892 in Fall Hill, Massachusetts. So what are we gonna do with that? I think I'm going to put that up on our eBay account. Put it up for 99 cents. 99 cents. I'm gonna take this beautiful photograph. It's actually a card. I'm gonna try to use my best penmanship possible and personalize this card to the winner. And this way you can put it on display. You can use it for Halloween. You could have a token that's spent. This thing spent the night with me. It spent the whole night with me inside of the Lizzie Borden house. So I thought that is really cool. It's really hard for me to give it up. It really is. They were kind enough to give me something like that. I really wish I could hold it for my own personal token, but again, it's about the show. We gotta fund the show, so hopefully that will go to a home, someone who would really appreciate that. Okay. How are we doing with people here? How are we doing on time? You guys are killing me with the eBay. Thank you so much. So much. And which ones? Is it the Sweet Seduction that people are bidding on? What I have posted now, they're ending very soon. Sweet Seduction with the personalized label, just like the one Rebecca's getting. Those are the only two that I had made of those. I don't even have one myself, which I wish I did. There's an Autumn Dusk with the same photo on it. That's the only one. There was only one of those made, the Autumn Dusk. And then what else is up there right now? Up on the eBay page. And then I could show you some stuff. I went to Yankee Candle outlet. How could I not? I was away, and when you're on the road, you always pass a Yankee Candle outlet. So I'll show you all the goodies I found. I got some stuff that's new for this year. I said I wasn't gonna do Christmas, like do any of that stuff, but I have to at least show you, right? I won't review them, but I'll show you some of the new fragrances from this year. And then there's one candle, excuse me, there's one candle that it's pretty rare. Rare in that, if you remember Tuscan Vineyards, it was a candle I reviewed way back, almost in the winter. It was supposed to be an autumn or spring, excuse me, an autumn or summer candle for Yankee Candle, but they never really released it. I'm not sure how that process works. I don't know, they test it? Tester? I don't know where they test it, but sometimes the candles don't really make it out to all the retail. So I have a candle that cannot be purchased on the website. It cannot be purchased at retail. I did manage to get that, track it down, and I think that one's going to be pretty hard to find. If not, it's still something that should be owned. Okay, so let's check out those. What do I have up on eBay? I just want to do a quick little active, dead air. Oh, and the Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon. If you saw I did it in the Sleepy Hollow video. The Sleepy Hollow video last year, I reviewed Yankee Candle's Moonlight Harvest candle. It was a 2009 Yankee Candle fragrance that was quickly retired. If you like clove, if you like massive, monstrous, in-your-face, blow you away clove, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's certainly the biggest clove Yankee Candle that I can think of. But it's very similar to Autumn Dusk this year. I was surprised that it had a similar approach. It's authentically outdoors, it's authentically autumn, it's authentically corn husk, bales of hay, dried, withering, freshly fallen foliage of the forest floor, all that goodness, spiced up with the baking spices, as if someone's baking some kind of autumn goodness in distance, and the smell is wafting from the kitchen window. So that's a very rare candle, and it's a medium jar. I have it posted, so check that one out if you're interested in that. I will be posting tons more on eBay. What do you guys think of this guy here? You like that? I thought I was gonna get tons of questions. Look at this. And then we're gonna do Yankee Candle haul. We're gonna do a Yankee Candle haul after this. I don't have the tray. Where's the tray? Where's the tray? So you got this skeleton, and you put this, any tray of your choice, as long as it fits, right? And you can use Yankee Candle, you can use a pillar candle, you could use anything you want. You could even put a cup of coffee on his lap if you really want it. However, I would recommend take something like, not sponsored folks, not sponsored, something like Witch City Wicks Edgar Allan Poe. You have Edgar Allan Poe. Look at the I want to say production value, but that's not what I mean. I mean just the display, the interior decor. How cool is that? Like, I don't even want to touch that. I want to leave it just the way it is. I don't even want to burn it. I will burn it, but I like that. So if anyone is interested in getting one of these, I'll let you know where I got it. Wasn't an easy thing to find, but I think it's one of the coolest. Just message me in the comments below where I got it. I'll let you know. It was one of the coolest accessories, probably the only accessory that I really got this year, minus a few things at Yankee Candle. And now, with all of that, we can take a break from Halloween for a while and start talking about autumn. Let's talk about autumn. You see your comments. Who? Dead air. All right, let's get some more coffee and let's do Yankee Candle haul. You know, it's Sunday. The weather's good. You got that chill of autumn in the air. I'm in no rush to get back to work. I have a lot of work to do, but I'm in no rush. And plus, I really haven't been paying attention to your guys' comments because I've been talking like a lunatic here. Super creative decoration. I love it. I saw it and it was one of those things where I'm like, yep, I need to get it immediately. Oh, I can't pronounce the first name, but I'm gonna call you Lee. Hello, happy to catch you live. I'm happy to see you. And Celtic Knight, hey Shane, just stopping in. Missed a lot, I think. Catch up later. Yeah, Celtic Knight, make sure you. There's a lot of stuff covered in this video, especially because I know that you're into Witch City Wicks. You're gonna definitely want to see the earlier portions of this video. And Jamie, thank you for. And I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you, Jamie? Your postcard is on the way. Jamie is a Patreon member. He wanted to wait till I visited somewhere creepy, and I sent him one. But I'm also gonna send you another one, Jamie, because I don't think the one I sent you was creepy enough. But yeah, does anyone get that? Can anyone read it? It's a really poorly printed T-shirt. I ordered it through Amazon. And I got it in, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, from a distance, it might look okay. But if you look really close, all of the letters bleed together. But at the same time, I'm looking at it, it kind of has this, like, Stranger Things happening. You know, that kind of, like, fuzzy television tube look to it. Lisa says Halloween Town. Did I get it in Halloween Town? I'm sure they probably have something like this at Halloween Town. If you're talking about Halloween Town from Burbank. But no, I got this on Amazon. Yeah, so I am in the class of Jamie Lee Curtis, I guess her high school class from Halloween, not Haddonfield, New Jersey, Haddonfield, Illinois, from the classic John Carpenter 1978 Halloween with, of course, Michael Myers. They're all high school students. They're all high school students in the film, so I thought it'd be cool to have a high school t-shirt. Yeah, the Salem one was good too, and check that out. I got that on the street. On the street. I don't mean that in a way like I did it in a fashion that was illegal. I mean, like I picked it up on the street. There was a vendor, and it cost $7, and it's like the most. Well, it's a Fruit of the Loom T-shirt, so it's really thick and it's great and it fits me. This one, I don't know, man. Like I don't know who made this. I don't know where this came from, but it's pinching me in the weird places. It's sagging in places. Now, I don't have the most symmetrical body, but at least it's black, so you can't really see those things. Kimberly wants to know where I got the skeleton. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. Shane, can we send candles for eBay if they are rare? Can we send candles for eBay if they're rare? Do you mean like send them to me and then I post them? We could certainly discuss something like that, yeah. You know my email, guys, right? If you ever need to contact me, it takes me a while to respond sometimes, but candleenthusiast@yahoo.com. Oh, okay, so you guys really want to know. And Rebecca asked, and you got to do what Rebecca says. She is the winner today, after all. So this is from Pier 1. Pier 1 I went in there really, really, really early this season. I mean, it was probably July, and they were putting some things out in the shelves, and they had two of them. And I'm like, wow, that's great. And he's supposed to be in a yoga pose. Of course, it looks like a yoga pose, but you know me, I'm thinking like, well, he's got his fingers holding up like that. What if he just put like a tray and a candle on top of that? Now you got a candle holder. Oh yeah. Only problem is, you know how Pier 1 works, right? Price is like, you know, 50% more than you would expect. Maybe sometimes like 100% more than you would expect sometimes. So check out your Pier 1. Probably look online at this point, because the store I found it in is a pretty big one, and they only had 2 in stock. So I'm guessing they would be sold out by now. Pier 1, I believe the price was $29.99, which is very fair, but again, you got to be careful when you're shopping there, because I almost spent a whole lot more than that. Yankee Candle haul. Does anybody need to hear some information that we've already talked about, but you just popped in and now you're like, oh my god, what are they talking about? They're talking about Yankee Candle things, and I was supposed to be hearing about a giveaway and the Lizzie Borden house. Well, we're talking about the Lizzie Borden house, guys. You're really gonna have to give me some time with that one. It's gonna take me a little bit of time to edit that. The in-betweens, my new series, the very easygoing, behind-the-scenes kind of stuff, that video will probably be posted really soon, because I can't wait to edit. I think it's gonna be so funny. But I really have to be creative, because I have about 8 hours of footage that has to be condensed to like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, or maybe 2 parts, each being 20 minutes. I still don't know how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, Pier 1 is dangerous. What's going on with Which City Wicks? So Which City Wicks, let me go on the website right now just to make sure that I have everything correct. So we have an exclusive promo code for Which City Wicks for the Candle Enthusiast channel. Liz, the proprietor of Which City Wicks, and I spoke in depth about doing this, and we thought for a limited time we'd see if the promo code would work, because I told her I have so many supporters of Which City Wicks that are subscribed to my channel, so I wanted to see if I could get you guys a little bit of discount. It's going to be 15% off discount. Look at this. So first page, it says Halloween candle restock September 8th. Okay, so I'm guessing, oh wow, Edgar Allan Poe and the Hawthorne is sold out. So okay, restock. It'll be restocked on the 15th. 15th. Put that in the calendar, guys. I'm telling you, that's going to move quick. But the code is, let me post it one more time. Which City Wicks promo code. I type like a second grader, guys. Enthused. So when you're checking out, after you fill up your shopping cart, put in that code. It's going to be valid from today till September 24th. And take advantage of it, guys. I've never smelled one of her candles that I would not personally want to burn or own myself. Is the live on a delay? It seems like that might very well be the case, because I'm looking at myself here, and that's a long time ago. It's about 15 seconds, I would say. 15-second delay. Alright, so as we're wrapping things up here, we're already over an hour. Do you guys want to know? Because, you know, Yankee Candle had their, what do they call it? Friend and family. I want more sunlight on my face. I can't. We got wind chimes. But do we have more sunlight? Not really. All right. So they had their friends and family sale. Was it 75% off all large jars? I thought I'd swing on in. I stopped off at, oh boy, I forget the location. And that's sad because I told them that I was going to plug them on the show. They were very nice folks at this outlet. Do I have the receipt? I apologize. The manager of the store had a fantastic nose. But I'll show you. This is for me. This is for me. People always ask me, what is my favorite Yankee Candle? What's one that's, you know, like your favorite? Maybe you burn it all the time or you collect it. And there's a lot of ways I can answer that question. Like, you know how I'm fascinated with witches brew and stuff. And I do burn that all the time. This one right here is probably my favorite Yankee Candle of all time. And this will show you how different, or maybe I'm not different, but you know, how I'm a different candle kind of guy. I don't burn it. It's too strong for me. I can't burn it. It's too powerful. But I love it so much, and the only thing I have to do to enjoy it is just go in there for a little bit. Let it whisk me away, take me to places. Let all of those emotions flood into my bloodstream. That can't happen, but if it could happen, if emotions could flow through your bloodstream, that's what it feels like. I'm purposely hiding the label. Look how bright that is. This is bright white paraffin wax. I do have these. I have about 5 of these in house warmers. It's gonna be a 2-wick tumbler in paraffin, bright white, but very UV sensitive, right? So you make sure, not even just UV, but even if you just have white paraffin laying around in your living room, make sure you keep them in a nice dark place. Store them as if they were coffee beans. And this is going to be, let's do that, Season of Peace. This is the worst exposure ever. Season of Peace. Now I know a lot of you people, I'm not calling you people, a lot of you folks despise this smell. It's strong, it's powerful, it's bold. It's not coming in to say, look, I'm subtle. You know, it leaves an impression, that's for sure. But the complexity, the intensity, the illusion of, not the illusion, but the when you smell it and you're like, what am I smelling? What is that smell? And when you smell it's like, I don't know what I'm smelling, but it's as if I'm smelling something brand new for the first time. That's how well balanced and created this fragrance is. I can't say how much I enjoy this candle. It is certainly not for anybody, but I think it should win an award for one of the prettiest Yankee Candle labels of all time. I don't know if you can see that, guys. I apologize, but just Google it if you can't. And if they ever try to put this in the new label, it just simply would not work with this ratio. It just simply would not work. I highly recommend, if you don't have this candle, even if you find this candle in an outlet or something, and you don't like it, buy one. Buy one on sale. Get it for like $8. Put it away. Maybe one day, just maybe one day, you'll pick it up and you'll smell it and be like, wait a minute. And you'll have that moment where the light bulb goes off and you're like, I get it. I get it. It's worth $8 for the potential of that to happen. Just take it, buy it, put it away. It is so massively strong that this thing is gonna age. I'm talking like this is wine here. This thing is gonna age like 20 plus years, and it's still gonna be smelling like crazy. People are always worried about candles losing their smell. I have scratch and sniff books that are as old as I am, and they still smell amazing. This is gonna smell. This will be around for grandchildren, that's for sure. So what else did I buy? You know, I always buy house warmers, but I wanted to buy. I thought it's like, you know, I saw this in the tumbler. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. I like the tumblers, I like the 2-wick tumblers, but I'm all about the house warmers. So this one is going to be. Let's do this first. The 2017 Fall in Love collection for the UK, consisting of vibrant saffron, autumn glow, warm cashmere, and mulberry and fig. I've only got to autumn glow. You know, I'm falling behind here. We have a bee on the camera. I'm falling behind a little bit, so I really need to catch up. Halloween has got the better of me this season. Oh, thank you guys. You guys must have been talking about what does it smell like. It is a crazy smell. Like, if we really wanted to have like a sit down chit chat about what that candle smell like, it's gonna take us some time. It is a bright bergamot, bright bergamot tartness to it, but deep bass notes that anchor it to the ground. And the color, the image complement it so well. Enchanting white musk. I don't know if I would classify that as white musk, but yeah, I mean, all right. White musk in the sense that it does have, it smells clean. It smells as if you took a nice little journey, a walk through a country laundry room or something like that. But it doesn't smell like fabric softener. And speaking of laundry room, I've been wanting to do this. We talked about the Fall in Love collection, the warm cashmere, so I do need to review that candle. God, this exposure is nuts. The warm cashmere candle. Now this is, like I said, UK exclusive, but people, they're, you know, in the US, we're getting pushed this candle right now. The warm Luxe cashmere. Now I reviewed this candle in a previous the fall preview video. I reviewed it and I rewatched it, and you know, I was spewing out a lot of stuff, but I stand behind all the things I said. But I think what would be fun is, if I'm going to review the warm cashmere, why not do a side-by-side? Because these are massively different fragrances. If you're thinking like they're somehow the same, not even the same genre. So I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be a little bit educational. Could break out the aroma prism, do a little dissection on these candles, and I'm telling you guys, before this disappears forever in the outlets, or unless you're in the UK and you can buy it on the website, until this disappears in the outlets, get your hand on this warm cashmere. And little tip, look for a label that's messed up. I'm serious, like look for a candle, like when you're shopping at the Yankee Candle. I'm gonna do a whole video on tips shopping at outlets. I've been promising it for a while, and surprise, surprise, I haven't gotten to it yet. You want to always look for a flaw on the candle, whether it's poured weird or the labels placed on there funky. Why? Because that would be a reason why it was sent to the outlet. What that's telling you is there's nothing wrong with the fragrance. Now, if it looks pretty here, the wax is poured wonderful, the sticker's on there, everything looks great, then there might be a chance that there was a run of the candle where maybe something was a little wacky. It didn't come out the way they wanted. So always look for defects on the jars themselves. That's going to give you a much greater chance that the candle is going to smell accurate to what the candle's supposed to smell like. So warm cashmere and warm Luxe cashmere side by side. I might even do that today. And then I do have, God, I have more than I thought. First milk cup I've ever purchased in my life. Not that I have anything against milk cups, but you know, I'm a candle person. But I saw this and I'm like, you know what? It might be really fun to take this haunted hollow. I gotta talk more about this candle because a lot of people don't like it, and that doesn't upset me, because I love this candle. You'd think maybe I'd be like, oh no, man, come on guys, like it. That doesn't upset me. It excites me because it's showing how the contrast of our preferences are. How somebody like Spooky Villages, Doug from Spooky Villages, could be so passionate about this fragrance, and yet someone can smell it and be like, that is the most disgusting thing ever. I have to side on Doug with this one. I really do enjoy it. It's not going to be for everybody. But since it's a melt cup, I would love to do an aroma prison using a melt cup. I want to melt this into a mason jar and smell it in its liquid state, where all of those fragrance oils are volatilized, filling up that mason jar with all of its lovely fragrance. And this way we can analyze not the cold smell, but analyze it in its volatilized state. I usually use votives and tarts for the aroma prism, but I think I'm going to start doing the melt cups. think that might be a good idea, because these are pretty intense, are they not? I've never used a milk cup before. Hallmark's still had the Haunted Hallow near you. You know what? I don't know. I was all prepared to say that's gonna be a collector's item one day, the Haunted Hallow, and I'm still gonna say it, because with the mixed reaction, and a lot of the negativity that's been going around on that Haunted Hallow candle, I don't think Yankee Candle's gonna bring it back now. So that's what happens. Negativity spreads, they don't bring it back, and then they stop trying to be creative and new and try to give us new things. Now they're gonna give us something really safe next year. So I hope they don't do that, but that's the repercussions of bashing creative efforts of an artist. Next year they're going to give us something safe. So I would recommend getting that Haunted Hallow, as many as you can, while it's around, because I don't think it's coming back next year, and in my opinion it's probably one of the greatest Yankee Candle Halloween fragrances that they've ever produced. So that's quite a shame. Just kind of like the Black Magic. Again, it's not for everybody. Black Magic's not for everybody. But I knew that one wasn't going to come back after last year. I just knew it. I knew it. I called it, and I was right. See, Carol Lang just put a smile on my face. I almost passed on the Haunted Hallow when I first smelled it because of the patchouli, but I got it because I was intrigued by the other notes. Oh. And in the overall blend. She was intrigued. She was intrigued. These are the kind of statements I think people should be making when discussing candles. I'm a candle geek, I'll admit this. But being intrigued is so much more excited than, oh, this smells wonderful, this is gonna make my house smell great, I'm definitely gonna get it. No, if I smell this candle, I'm like, what? What on earth? What is this? I don't even know what to call this. You know what? Out of those two experiences, I want that one more. I want the one that intrigues me. I want the one that is trying to expand my acquired preferences, my acquired taste for aromas. I want candles that are pushing envelopes, right? That's how the candle industry is going to grow. It's going to expand, in my opinion. Have I smelled Haunted Hallow in the Roman prison? No, I haven't. I burned it. I don't want to cut it up. That's why I bought the milk wax, or the milk cup. They don't have it in the tart or the votive. I don't want to cut the candle up. I just don't. You know, it means so much to me. And if anyone really hates the Haunted Hallow, awesome. I don't think that I'm judging. I'm happy that we have different preferences. If I told you some of the Yankee candles that I don't like, you guys might get mad at me. What does Witch's Brew smell like? Now, this has been a big topic. Witch's Brew is infamous for being straight up patchouli, and something that's been going around right now is that Witch's Brew and Yankee Candle's patchouli candle are identical. I've been getting emails left and right about this just recently. I don't know if it's because the Halloween candles just came out. People weren't asking me this last year, even though I reviewed both of those candles. Yes, I mean, a lot of the managers I've talked to, a lot of the associates from Yankee Candles, people straight from the Yankee Candle Village, they will tell you straight to your face that is probably the same exact candle, probably. But they give you those eyes, that's probably the same candle. That's, to me, that's not good enough. You don't trust that. A lot of these people may not be informed. In fact, they're probably not informed. You know, people from corporate, people from, you know, the associates, the managers, they're not informed. There's no reason for the people who are making these fragrances to truly tell and admit that they're the same. And let me tell you something right now, Witch's Brew this year is not the same as Witch's Brew last year. So not only is Witch's Brew, in my opinion, humble opinion, not the same as patchouli, but Witch's Brew last year is not even the same as Witch's Brew this year. So how could you say Witch's Brew is the same as patchouli? That's my humble opinion. Don't hate me. Don't hate me, but that is my humble opinion. Are they close enough where they give you the same effect? Yeah, yeah. But if you really are geeking out hardcore about it, like I do, you tell me you smell Witch's Brew and you don't smell a root beer float, and you go to the patchouli candle and tell me if you get that. You tell me you get that same amount of vanilla. You tell me you get that same amount of sassafras, that same amount of a charcoal ashiness. You tell me if you do, and then we'll have a talk. Trust your nose. Trust your nose. All right, so let's keep this going. I need like a moderator. We got to get Monica here to read off the questions for me. And I can't even read your comments when the videos are over because I don't have it set up that way, but one day I will. So I want to introduce to you a candle brand new for the UK for 2017. You've probably seen pictures of this on the internet. I certainly have. And some of you guys have even reached out to me and said that you found it. But check this one out. Here we go. New Christmas stuff. Check it out. The perfect tree. And I'm sorry guys, I love those labels. Look at that label. Out of focus. Nice globe. Twinkle light flare. They're not flares, but you know what I mean. Soft globes of light. Not only that, but you have the really sharp in focus globe of the ornament inside a frosted sprig of pine needles. Did anybody pick this one up? Julie, I picked up some candles yesterday, and even though one smelled super strong and amazing cold, when I burnt it, it had absolutely no throw. What causes that? A lot of things. Julie, a lot of things. We have to, as a community, not just the candle enthusiast community, as a candle industry, candle lover in general, group of people have to start addressing this word throw. 90, I don't want to give a percentage. A lot of the time when you don't get a large throw, I don't use that word, I've said that already today, but it's really because it's not necessarily a flaw in the candle, but it's a matter of several thousand different variables that could be wrong. And you have to keep tinkering with all of these things: the humidity, the temperature, the space in your room, the natural current, the diffusion, scent separation. All of these things come into play. The size of your flame. Is it too hot? Is it too cold? Is the vapor, check this out. Burn that candle that didn't have a throw. Burn that candle. Take out a stool. Get on the stool. Go up to the ceiling. See if you can smell it. I bet you your aroma is way up there in the ceiling. Maybe it's not. But a lot of things like that are the culprit sometimes. So it's very easy for us to say, bash these candle companies like, oh, they don't have a good throw, they don't have a good throw. But a lot of the times it's a simple solution. Dehumidifier when it is humid. Think about this. Can you run faster on land or can you run faster in the water? You can't even run in water, but you know what I mean. It's the same thing with volatilized oils. The oils are floating in your house, and if it's humid, it's not going to be able to travel as far. So the summertime humid locations are always going to be problematic. Same thing with hot locations. Same things with extremely cold locations. So you have to look at your environment around you. Really study it. One thing I did is I bought a fog machine. I know this sounds crazy, a fog machine, and sprayed the fog machine in my living space and watched how that fog started to linger and move around my living space. And I quickly found out all of it just floated to the top. So that's what was happening to my aroma. So by putting a small, cool fan on the ceiling, started to create this natural current in my room where now the aroma would circulate. And then it would kind of go away for a while, and then you get a huge blast of the aroma again. things like AC's central airs can just suck the aroma right out of your house too. That's something that is really, really worth addressing. But sometimes you get a dud. Sometimes you get a candle and it's a dud. All right, so let's talk about the perfect Christmas tree. What's so perfect about it? I don't know, but it smells really great. A very sweet pine needle, not blue spruce, very sweet pine needle. Those nice long pine needle. We could say balsam, but we could say Douglas fir too. The nice softer needles. Very sweet. You get that. I call it the sap. Someone corrected me and said it was terpene, the sticky stuff. Whatever it may be, the stuff that smells really sweet, the stuff that gets stuck on your hands, right? But that's going to be contrasted by several things that are pretty interesting. And I'm going to go on a limb and say there is a little bit of patchouli in this candle, which is insane. Now, don't get scared if you don't like patchouli, because I'm not even sure there's patchouli in here. But there's something earthy going on that's not just cedar, because there is cedar involved. And there's a little bit of hearth, that smell of not firewood, not expired ashes, not the fireplace or the chimney, not Dick Van Dyke, and Mary Poppins with the soot on his face, but that smell of the heat, the smoke, the fire by the fireplace in an old house. I'm going to have to really find a nice poetic way to really describe that when I review this candle when Christmas time comes around. But it does have a different take than a lot of the other pine candles. Because every year we get a pine candle. It's usually, just some small alteration. But this year we're getting a little bit more of deeper, heavier bass notes on this candle. So I'm excited. This is an outlet candle. And this is, remember, a UK exclusive too. So I will review that when the time is appropriate. Now, when Halloween came around this year, I reviewed them super early. I wanted to do that. I wanted to make sneak peeks, and I promised myself I wasn't going to do that with Christmas. I'm not going to start reviewing Christmas candles right now, guys. Maybe next year I'll do something like that, but I'm going to wait until the candles are officially released. Then I'll go up to Yankee Candle, I'll sit there, and I'll review all of them there. This way I won't have to buy them. I'll buy the ones I want. I'll sit there and relax at Yankee Candle. We'll get to be at the Yankee Candle Village, and I'll smell all of the candles. Usually there's 2 waves in the US of candle collections. This is the first, comes out late September, and then usually like first week of November or late August, there's a second wave. So this way we're not celebrating Christmas when we really should still almost be celebrating summer. Because I know I've annoyed a lot of you guys with that this year, but I appreciate your patience. So I have a candle right here. Now, I'm not sure if there's a term for this. I've heard a lot of people throw out the term, what's the term? When, like Bath and Body Works has a term for when they release a candle, but they're not sure if they're going to mass produce it. It's like a test. What am I, like a test candle, test fragrance? And I'm not sure what the procedures are for Yankee Candle when it comes to this, but like I said, Tuscan Vineyards was a candle they produced. I got my hands on it. I loved it. But for some reason, they just backed out of it. They put it on the website for a low cost during the semi-annual sale, and then it disappeared. I don't know why that would happen. But here's another one. This would certainly have been something for this autumn. They were trying to tell me at the outlet that this would have been for the summer, but I don't think it would have been for the summer, because the summer was very Mediterranean themed, and there's nothing Mediterranean about this. Has anyone seen this candle? It's not even, look at that, it doesn't even have an outlet sticker on it. It just shows you that they're not putting this one out. And I checked out many places and couldn't find it. The place I found it, we'll try to list it below, but they had quite a few of them, so maybe you can find it there. It's called Capri Coast Peach. Now, if I'm wrong and somebody knows where you can get this, if this is like exclusive to Hallmark, something that I could never see coming, or if this is like popping up in Bed Bath and Beyond, let me know. But as far as I know, this is not something I was anticipating coming out until about a week ago. I came across several pictures of it, and I'm like, what is that? And let me tell you, I mean, right back there, I don't know if you can see it. It's not exposed right, but there is a peach tree that's my father's peach tree, and he picked. Ow! He picked, and that really hurt. He picked an entire basket. I'm just using this as a prop. An entire basket of peaches, and he let me take them home, and I had them, and I was like, smell them. I'm like, oh my god. Like, wait a minute, fresh peaches picked from the tree smell this good? Like, I always thought, like, when you smell, like, a peach like this, like, Bath and Body Works, forgive me for getting this wrong, is Georgia peach, right? I always thought when you smell, like, a candle like that, even though that does have a candy, Jolly Rancher, peachy chapstick kind of thing going on for me. But I always thought when you smelled a candle like that, that it was an exaggerated form of peach. I always called that peach schnapps. Peach schnapps, liqueur, right? Super condensed peach aroma. But I was shocked that day to smell the basket of freshly picked peaches and to get that concentration right out of the basket. And I ate one, and oh man, the flavor translated that intensity. So with that said, if you are into that bombastic peach explosion of peach aroma, there's not a whole lot of complexities going on here, guys. This is not going to be like several thousand different things going on. But if you just want straight up, super accurate peach, I don't know about super accurate, but just a great expression of a peach smell. And I know what you're asking. It's like, could this be a nectarine? Could this be apricot? Maybe you're not asking that question. And yes, so maybe a better way to say this is stone fruit, because I'll smell this, it's getting the peach, but I do get that the apricot. You know, the dehydrated apricots that you snack on, right? The fruit leather, apricot fruit leather, peach fruit leather. Of course, there's got to be some kind of lemon, right? Lemon, vanilla to soften this up. And there's no question, there is a base note of something that's wood, to give you a little bit of that peach tree aroma or effect. I'm using my words a little bit too loosely today. I apologize. But yeah, so please correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't ever want to come off as like a know-it-all, but to my knowledge, this is not on the website. Is it similar to peach and lavender? I felt like I could smell the fuzzy peach skin on that one. So Angie's found this one. Angie, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad I'm not the only one who says stuff like this. Because I've used descriptors like peach pit and peach skin, peach fuzz, and people are like, what the heck is wrong with you, man? Like, it's just a candle. No, man. It's just a candle. That's what I say. And yes, when I smell this, my brain is showing me an image of the surface of that peach fuzz. That's why nectarine really doesn't come to mind, because I do smell that peach skin. Super, super ripe peach. But again, same thing. You get that overripe, raisinated, dried out, sun-dried, whatever you want to call it, apricot too, with a little bit of like I said, you're not gonna say, "Ooh, it smells like wood," but there's a base note of wood. It helps create that illusion of you're walking through, by a peach tree. So they did not have this in the 22 ounce. They had this in the medium-sized jar. I'm guessing you would be able to find it in the 22 ounce jar, but if you like peach, you like fruit, you need a little bit of something that is fruity for autumn, but it's not apple, because really autumn is all about apple, and a lot of the time it's apple and baking spices. There's no baking spices here. If you just need something that's, you know, harvest time, autumn, fall fruit, big fruit, delicious, make you want to throw a bunch of ice and white peaches in the blender to make a Bellini. If you want something refreshing for a nice Saturday or Sunday afternoon to burn, or you want to put yourself in that state of mind when it's a blizzard outside and it's super cold, and you want to pretend like it's autumn, and you want to pretend like, you know, it's that time of year, you want to transport yourself, get your hands on this candle. Because it's like, I mean, right now, the friends and family, I think that goes for a while. Sometimes you can get this for, I think, so the coupon would let you get this for like 30% off, which is a ridiculous price. I got all of this stuff for pennies. Timed. Winter, alright. Alright, sounds gorgeous. Great. Angie Clementine. Transitional candles can be hard to find. That's true. And I know Rebecca's, she's one of those folks, and I fully respect it. And honestly, I'm probably gonna side with Rebecca. I don't like jumping ahead. Like I don't want to like start celebrating Halloween super early. You know, I like talking about the products, but I'm not putting up decorations until, well, we're getting close now. But yeah, you know, I've been celebrating summer while I've been producing a lot of this Halloween content. I want you guys to know that. Okay, so Angela Smells. I hope, what a name, Angela Smells. Bad peach scents can smell like cat pee. Yes, there's a lot of that is really going to be a chemistry, fragrance oil, aldehyde, organic compounds. Angie Clementine, she's a chemical engineer. We might need her help on stuff like this, but that's when we get really, really geeky. There's some aldehydic, some aldehyde, some compounds, fragrance oils that when burned can smell a little off. Some people can detect it, some people can't. There's a lot of candles, at least when it comes to Yankee Candle, that they get extreme criticism for smelling like things like BO, or cat urea, or cat pee. White Christmas is going to be one of them. Bahama Breeze is going to be another one. And let's see if I remember this, Angie. Guava Coconut Fusion, 2017 Yankee Candle Summer Candle. Had a little bit of this, although I suspect that might just be a little bit of the funky tropical fruit at play. Does that make sense? We all smell differently. Yeah, I love White Christmas too. I love White Christmas. In fact, when you guys probably saw last video, Anthony from Candle Cafe and I actually really have been talking about trying to figure out some way to collaborate, do something fun. And I remember one time he called it something like, he said White Christmas was a cat pee. So, in a loving manner, I want to bring up that topic with him when we meet and when we do something together. Fresh mint smells like cat pee. Daphne says, yeah, you know what? So, I mean, like, there you go. I mean, sometimes authenticity can be the problem. For example, nutmeg, fresh. If you have fresh nutmeg in your cinnamon cabinet, or in your spice cabinet right now, if you have nutmeg, go grate some. Grate it. And you tell me it doesn't smell like wet paint. It's not a positive thing. That is just that's authenticity sometimes. Sometimes authenticity can give you something that you don't want, right? I don't know where I'm going with this, but I noticed that. Nutmeg, I mean, that does stop after you grate it after a while, and it sits around and oxidizes. But freshly grated nutmeg smells like wet paint. Okay, so Carol says, one of my Bath & Body Works peach scented candles, Georgia Peach, smelled like Band-Aid adhesive to me. So yeah, in the wine world, I'm guessing even in the candle world, you would call that a medicinal smell. Band-Aid, diaper, vinyl glove, anything that, that you would smell like at the doctor's office, a plasticky material, and usually that can be damage. When it comes to wine, it is damage to the wine, like heat damage. Like that bottle of wine has been sitting in a hot truck for far too long. So I am not a chemical engineer, but I am guessing when you do get these really weird medicinal flavors, that's not like eucalyptus. I mean, certain things just do smell medicinal. But when you smell something that really smells like an old box of Band-Aids, or like, I don't mean like a dirty diaper, I just mean like a brand new diaper, like something that belongs in a hospital. It could be heat damage to that candle, meaning it spent too much time in the sun, it spent too much time on the shelf on display, it's just old, it spent too much time in a hot truck. My suggestion is, as soon as you detect something like that, bring it back. Have them smell it at Yankee Candle. They'll switch it out for you. Aren't smells also subjective? Of course they are. And I mean, in my opinion. The story I always tell. No, I told that story not too long ago, so I won't tell that again. I love how people always say they hate patchouli, but then I'll give them a candle that's got patchouli in it, and they say, oh, I love this. It turns out they don't like a lot of patchouli, but a little bit of patchouli is okay. It's all subjective. I used to hate the smell of star anise, black licorice, fennel bulb, fennel seeds, obviously, things like licorice root, sassafras, anything that had that black licorice aroma and flavor to it. When I was a kid, I hated it. But something changed, and now I love it. Sambuca. Yes. Ugh, don't mention Sambuca. It goes back to freshman year of high school. Freshman year of college. Or not college. College. I went to college when I was 25, kids. I went to college when I was 25. I actually did go to college when I was 25. I was in college pretty much all of my 20s. And Jägermeister, yes. Well, I was a barback for many years working in college, so I would smell like a Jägermeister all of the time. All right, guys, do we have any other questions, or should we wrap up this lovely Sunday evening? I've really needed this. I've been on the go, and I needed just some time to explain what's been going on. Let you guys know why, like, all of your comments are not being answered. It's not because I'm not going to answer them. It's because it's just I've been really, really busy. So I will and still plan on commenting or responding to every single comment that's posted on my channel for the time being. If it ever comes a time where I can't do this, I will let you know. But I respond to every comment that's posted on my videos. But especially now until Christmas season, things are going to be a little bit wonky with me, because I can't necessarily, when I respond, I sit down for like 8 hours and do like 200 comments. And I can't just do a little at a time, because it's just, maybe it's my OCD, not my OCD, but my, well, I guess that's OCD. I'd like to finish a task and move on. So please be patient with me. If you have a question that's super important, and please only if it's really super important or time sensitive, email me and just make it very clear in the headline what it's all about. candleenthusiast@yahoo.com. And be patient with me with that too, because I get a lot of emails. The one thing you don't want to do is don't try to message me through Facebook. I mean, I'm happy to talk to you through Facebook, but I never go on Facebook. Never. I mean, I'll check the Candle Enthusiast page, but I am never on my personal Facebook account. Ever. I mean, I think the last time I posted something was when Prince passed away. That's how long ago it's been. So if you try to message me through Facebook, that's probably not going to work. Same thing with direct messaging on Instagram. Miss DeVille. Miss DeVille. DeVille, is that how you want to be pronounced, Miss DeVille? The reason why I'm pointing that out is because I didn't want to say Miss Devil. But shout out, because she was responsible for the Sam Hain concept that I loved. And if you missed that part, Miss DeVille, Miss Devil, whatever you want to call it, I think I know your first name. My mind is so at capacity right now. But I want to make sure that you heard that you got a shout out. And what to expect in the near future. I'm not going to be traveling now for a while. I'm going to be editing and filming a lot of stuff locally. Little tip, I'm going to be doing something for, remember Jack at the Delicatessen? Some of you guys are going, what on earth is he talking about? Jack from the Delicatessen. Well, if you really do watch all my videos, you will remember Jack from Jack's Meat Delicatessen. I got a lot of requests from you guys to say, you were saying to me, like, what are you doing? Go back and give Jack that candle. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna film it, and that's gonna be in one of my in-between videos. I think you'll get a kick out of it, and see if I can get a little bit more emotion out of him, because you could tell, he's got a rough exterior, but he's a sensitive teddy bear underneath. Da, 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 da. Da, da. I don't know who you are, but I'm sitting here with a Yankee Candle Cherry Blossom. So we're world premieres TV. Awesome. I love Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom, I actually don't even have one, but Cherry Blossom, I love the Kringle Cherry Blossom candle. You gotta check that one out. And if you don't know who I am, my name is the Candle Enthusiast. You don't have to call me that. In fact, I'd rather probably you not call me that. You can call me Shane. But what am I trying to do with this channel? If you subscribe, you'll see that I'm trying to change the candle world in any way I can, with just a little bit of this, a little bit of me, a little bit of my heart, but with you guys as well. So if that sounds cool, and you're digging it, and you're enjoying your cherry blossom candle, subscribe. Come back, watch more videos. And you're from Germany? Awesome. We have a huge Germany following. I just can't wait till the day where I can have all of the closed captions translated in German. So this way, all of the German crowd that could be joining us can understand what I'm saying in my videos. There are companies who do that, and I'm just waiting till I have enough money to have everything translated so that folks from other countries who speak different languages can understand my content a bit more. Which City Wicks? Again, let's go over everything real quick. Big shout out to Rebecca Johnson and her entire family. The Johnsons, awesome. I'm going to be sending her this candle with loving care. I'm gonna package it, probably put some goodies in there for you, maybe some treats. Gotta get some stuff for the whole family. And I'll have that off to you soon. Just be patient with me, but I'll have it off to you soon. And Which City Wicks? This is time-sensitive stuff. Which City Wicks? Starting today until September 24th. WhitchCityWicks.com. Easily my favorite small production candle company. Worked out a deal, 15% off your entire purchase. Go to their website. Just look at the candles, read the descriptions, take it in. If you've ever smelled one before, you probably know why I'm so enthusiastic about them. I really was hoping to get this promo code. It's exclusive to us. Nobody else can use it. I'll post it in the description below. It's the promo code is called Enthused, and that's gonna get you 15% off. And they do come in travel sizes too if you want to test out everything. And stuff that is not in stock right now looks like it'll be back in stock very, very soon, like the 15th. So be patient. Witch City Wicks, and just follow them on Instagram. They have so many followers, but just pay attention to what they're doing. Because if I can predict anything, this is Liz, Witch City Wicks. This is what I'm hoping the future of the candle world becomes. There's always a place for Yankee, right? There's always a place for Kringle. But we need these other passionate people producing candles. And they need your support. Remember, not sponsored video. I'm making nothing on this. This is me spreading the positive. Too much coffee today. What else did we talk about? We talked about the Lizzie Borden house. That's going to take me a while to edit, but I'm going to try to get something on there so you can sink your teeth into, because, man, was that a wild experience. I am going to be traveling again, probably towards the end of September. That's going to coincide with probably the release of some of the Yankee Candle Christmas fragrances, but I'm also going to be doing some stuff in New England, some of the other places that I didn't get to visit. But I'm in Apple country right now. I'm kind of sinking my roots in this part of the world as far as my home base. I grew up around this area, and I always thought when I moved away I'd never come back, but I love it here. And this is Apple country. And if you've ever wanted to escape for a weekend to Apple country, get on a tractor and hayride, pick apples, pick pumpkins, sip fresh apple cider, eat dozens and dozens of apple cider donuts, well, we're gonna do it. You don't even have to get off the couch. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna take you guys along. That's what we're gonna be focusing on this month. The apples are being picked. They're being harvested. They're being pressed for cider. They're making donuts. I had an apple cider donut 2 days ago. It's happening, and it's happening now. So a lot of non-Halloween autumn stuff coming up, and let me tell you, I'm so excited because it really does. Usually I say the years go by fast. This year really did not go by fast. It was a very slow year, and for it to be like a legit autumn, to see the foliage, the colors changing, the cool breeze, it's amazing. And I'm very, very excited to break out the camera. So Amish country, it's so funny you said that. Amish country, there might be something happening from Amish country, not in Delaware. We might be having something from Amish country coming soon. Vermont is a big thing for me. I don't know when I'm gonna get there. I don't know if it's gonna be more of an autumn thing or more of like a transition from Thanksgiving to Christmas thing. But Vermont is going to happen. It's going to happen. And if anyone's seen the film Funny Farm, I don't care if you didn't even see it, but it starred Chevy Chase, and I think it's one of like the best like movies to watch, like when you're like homesick from school when you were a kid, or just on a Sunday afternoon, right? Rent Funny Farm, watch it, because we're going to all of the filming locations. They filmed that movie, not necessarily all in a studio. They filmed it on location, filmed it in Vermont on location. Like they filmed inside of houses and stuff. That doesn't happen often. Usually they film everything in like Hollywood and inside of like stages and stuff like that. So I'm going to visit a lot of those locations, but you got to know the movie Funny Farm to fully enjoy it. So that is something I will be doing in Vermont. I will see everybody next Sunday. Please make sure to leave any comments, questions, concerns in the comment section below when this video is finally posted. Before you take off, if you haven't given it a thumbs up, maybe you want to do that. And please remember, to spread the love. It's my motto in life now. I'm just putting out love and hoping that it comes back in return, and it has been. But I would love to see this family grow. Spread the love. Recommend a couple episodes. Recommend a video to a friend, family member. Let's see if we can let's get over this 2,000 subscriber mark, right? Let's hit that 2K, and let's really propel ourselves forward. Come on, let's do it. because like I said, the more subscribers we have, the more we're going to be able to do. I'm in this because I need to do this for me, but I don't need to do this for money. The money that we raise, the money that we collect as a group, the more power we have collectively is going to allow us to do more things. So please don't ever take me for some crazy entrepreneur that's trying to exploit you folks. I'm one of you. I love candles. I need to learn. I feel like we need to investigate this candle world, but to investigate the candle world, we need to travel. We gotta sink our teeth deep into history and stories and people with in-depth knowledge. We gotta go places, people. We gotta do stuff. And the only way we're gonna be able to keep on doing it is if we have more and more subscribers. So please, if everyone just got one person to subscribe, just one person to subscribe. I know it goes without saying, but we could double the subscribers overnight. Please do what you can. Please. That's the one thing I could ever ask from you guys. That and watch the videos. Watch the videos and try to find other folks who might enjoy this content. Thank you, everybody. My heart is with you every second for those who are suffering and battling today. I truly apologize that there's nothing else that I can do other than pray and send my positivity. And like I said, I hope in a small way that my videos, my content, someday in your life, if you're struggling today, can put a smile on your face. If I can at least do that, that makes me incredibly happy. My heart is with you. Folks, I will be seeing you soon, but until then, be good, won't you? And, yeah, have a good week, too. Bye-bye, guys. It's great seeing you all today. I really needed this. Thank you, truly.